the stock market was looking a little waffly. And then, of course, if we zoom down to the histogram, we had like over the weekend, like yesterday specifically, very, very overbought signals from the breadth indicator. I'm tracking, this is sort of like every term I like to do like a new trading plan, try and demonstrate different ways to trade to the market for you guys. So this particular term I'm doing the DI breadth algo, but in essence, I'm going to take every sort of signal in BTC that the algorithm produces a signal off of. And as you can see, I just liquidated last night. The system, I guess, updates, I think about 9:30 Pacific time. That was basically right in there. I thought it would be interesting just to track, the actual price action itself. And interestingly enough, right on the New York retail open, really, really good analogy of the kill zone. So there's 5:30, and then the next candle, keep in mind, this is an 81-minute candle, so kind of screws people up. I go 30 minutes, there is 6 o'clock, there is 6:30. So there's your sort of pre-market, get everything ready for business, retail, pop the top, and then broke back down. Now, I didn't necessarily endorse the idea of shorting, although frankly speaking, I don't really mind that idea. But for the time being, I'm just going to run this as just nothing more than just long only. So long signals tell you to go long. Short signals tell you just to hop off and sit in cash. First off, the indicator, this is the whole reason for acting. As you can see, it was sitting up there like Friday, Saturday, up Sunday, up at like 100, both lines. So you knew the sell signal was going to come. It was just a question of when. Sure enough, that fired. And if you want to just track, but I'm quite pleased to see now we can say year-to-date price performance 23% return. And ironically enough, if that's the only trades I do and I shut the whole thing down and I finish the year with this fund at 23% return, fine with that. Do that 3 years in a row. And I could probably take this thing to Wall Street and get funded like $100 million for a fun little mutual fund. Point here is had the algo signal to basically cover that long trade. And I think on balance, that's smart. I mean, I think the tweet that I put out was to the effect of, look, I'm not here to tell the market what to do. This thing gave us just absolutely insane. It was like 25%. It's like 24.73% in like 11 days. That's ridiculous. And this is the funny thing with crypto. People always get this way with crypto. They don't realize the massive percentage moves that happen in just lightning fast periods. Keep in mind, the average annual rate of return for the stock market is supposed to be 8% with 3% dividends. So, average about 11%. So, and 25% just in one trade in 11 days. But people, moon, all that kind of talk. So they almost kind of lose focus. I do like the idea that the market is going to just slowly go after these respective highs to hunt that liquidity. But they always say that market moves in a symmetrical fashion. And if you just, the easiest way for you to think about this, watching this in the public, is think about the head and shoulders pattern. I mean, kind of looks very symmetrical. And we as humans, we love symmetrical images. In fact, probably even look at that. And if you have any kind of autistic tendencies, right, you want to, okay, I got to move that right there. And I got to move that just over one tick and got to make sure that that's horizontal, right? And then we got to make sure, okay, that's lined up, right? And the more symmetrical it is, the more you feel good about it. So you can think of the head and shoulders as a symmetrical pattern. And really, the easiest way for you to think about this also too is something like the maple leaf, right? So And hopefully you can kind of see like big shoulder, maybe neckline, maybe head, maybe neckline all the way back up top there, maybe shoulder all the way down here. But even within this, right? Shoulder, neckline, head, neckline, shoulder. So it's not like I'm like uber bear. And keep in mind that this algo, it spits out buy and sell signals through the year. So it's probably, my hunch is, for whatever it's worth, it's a total guess. My hunch is we're probably going to get maybe about a half a dozen signals through the year. So I mean, the last signal was there sort of early to mid December. I would argue now we're getting a flash the other way. So it is that it's about a month and a half. So if you put that together over the whole year, what you'll probably see, if I do this job correctly, is you're going to see probably somewhere between a half a dozen to a dozen notations here. Not a lot.